Going on? What's going on? This your man Mal C219 TV Midwest Connected Chiefs for Life. When we talk about all things life, listen, right? Let's not forget, GoFundMe is not life insurance. You feel what I'm saying? And if you in these streets, man, the Katt Williams putting some money on your head, you better get some before he do. Cause let's talk about it, man. We gonna bring it over here. We react to it over here, Midwest Connected 219 TV. But it all got to come through the Midwest. And Katt Williams being a Midwest brother. Steve Harvey being a Midwest brother, you feel what I'm saying? He spoke on some things that, man, let's just, and I want y'all to, when we look at these, we got two clips. We got a clip from Ice Cube. He just kind of breaking down and explaining some things that Katt spoke on about the Friday situation. Cube said some stuff that was kind of interesting. I respect Cube, so I want to sit back, let everybody get their little views and say this and that, because Katt got everybody up in arms. You feel what I'm saying? He got people that he wasn't even talking about making videos. Your man Ari Spears made a video. I don't know if he said his name, but it's like this, man. Let's pump your brakes on this. I respect Katt. Let's say that. All respect. No disrespect. Katt is who he is. He's a genius. He's a very smart guy. He said he read 1,000 books when he was 2. You know what I'm saying? So Katt, he that. You know what I'm saying? That's why Charleston White mimicked himself after him. But through this, let's mind Katt's an actor. Also, Katt's the comedian. Katt, I like his game plan. It's like he playing chess with him. You know what I'm saying? And Katt doing it his way. That you gotta respect. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you can't just tell anybody anything. And they say it's 2 sides, 3 sides to every story. His side, their side, and the truth. And we all just kind of figured out. Cause let's not forget, people, this is entertainment. And we are entertained. That's why we here and doing this YouTube thing and this in these streets. And we just want to talk about it. And I want to see what y'all feel. We want to listen. Now, I got a clip of Ice Cube kind of going over some of the stuff that he said. Some of y'all might have saw this before, you know what I'm saying? But if not, check it out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reels TV, But we got a clip of Cube, and he just basically speaking on the situation from his perspective.
Katt Williams. First of all, I just want to say, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, I look at from, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, Ricky Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. All these guys I know are funny as hell. I didn't discover them. They were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that if I have an opportunity, I was gonna give them an opportunity. To me, that's what it's all about. As far as specific things, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things,
Yeah, most.
I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Ricky did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, we kind of saw
Katt
him
was talking about Ricky Smiley.
Auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike,
that timeline, you know, Ricky said that that's why Katt was pissed at Ricky Smiley, because he said Ricky Smiley said he was supposed to play Money Mike. So that it is right there.
Damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And you know, Katt, you know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, you know, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we started filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role, giving him more to do because he was on point. You know, when we shoot these movies, you know, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, and once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, you know, play with the words, do their thing. You know, we give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. You know, sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. You know, when somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. I would never shoot a rape scene.
Oh, you talking about the rape scene Katt was talking
in a
about.
movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this.
Now, man, Katt said they edited the scene because he said he didn't, you know, he's like he stood down or something. Q kind of say something a little different.
Happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy. You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little,
what do you say?
where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy. You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff was in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, you know, a pimp that treats his woman, you know, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, you know, from the Joker Brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus. And the only real way to get rid of the other 2 villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script. You know, it was never, we would never ever show that. You know, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So, you know, that was never a discussion. You know, we, you know, at that point in everybody's career, you know, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor. You know, we do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There's no reason not to shoot it. But that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so, you know, that was, to me, a little
Now, what Q basically was saying was, hey, we ain't take it out because of you. You wasn't at the point of your career where you could make no demands or really set no tone. And we let you get off. We let you do what you do. You was on the way. That's how Q worked. That's how he's saying. So what I'm saying is sometimes everybody got their own account of how things go, and depending on who is coming from, where it coming, what people want to hear when the person's saying it. It sound a little different. So, of course he's speaking his truth. You feel what I'm saying? But Cube kind of like, hold on, bro, you ain't changed now. But let's keep going.
Discrepancy there. Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. That was his mission. And that's what he did, with the movie. And it launched his career, And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, come through, a Q Vision production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, a lot of people are talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. Most of these guys work a couple of days, and when you're doing a movie, there's over 100 people working on the movie that need to get paid. Most of them got to get paid every day. And there's pre-production and post-production. Even after you finish with the actors, you got to pay editors and sound people. And my movies are all about quality, so most of the money go up on the screen. I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not giving you no
because he gonna recoup on the back.
Shit you can laugh at because it's so cheap. So we try to put all the money on the screen. And so any actor that's mad at what they got paid, just look at what you was doing. Look at where your career was at the time. Take a look at where it is now. And Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies.
And shout to Cube, man. He did help jumpstart a lot of careers. A lot of people got on because of Friday, the Friday series. A lot of them was introduced, so you can't take that from him. So like you tell them, don't be acting like, hey, y'all made me, but Cube about to say something that is real.
But they ain't never put me in the movie. So
Wait.
Was at the time. Take a look at where it is now. And Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in the movies.
Bam!
You can take that for what it's worth, you know what I'm saying? I've given a lot of these guys opportunities. And I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce everything or write everything. I got love for all the comedians that I've worked with. Got, much love for Katt. He spoke up for me a lot. And I just wanted to be clear and clarify some things. And shit, man. I hope y'all have a good 2024. Yeah.
So now, check this out. Now, your man Cube. Now, what I like about Cube, man. Cube kept it solid, man. He just pretty much said what he said, man. You know what I'm saying? But what he was saying to the point, you know what I'm saying? Cube pretty much telling them like, hey, man, everybody complaining about what I was paying them. Talk about the money, but like Cube said, hell, I done put a lot of people in movies. Ain't nobody put me in none. But let's see how many responses he get to that. Katt included. You feel what I'm saying? And at the same time, so like Cube, he say he still act. Hey, it is what it is. So don't bite the hand that feed you. But now when people feel like they don't need to be fed, here it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, in this other clip, I want y'all to look at the timeline. See, Katt said some things, and I think his thing seemed like to me his thing with Steve Harvey. Drop some in the comments if you think it's kind of personal. It seemed like where he going with Steve is kind of personal. They both from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? They both from Ohio. You feel what I'm saying? And this thing with Bernie, shout to Bernie Mac though. That kudos. I do give him props for repping and speaking up for your man Bernie Mac. You feel what I'm saying? Because that one right there, man, it is no other, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that. But on this one right here, want y'all to listen to this right here about this one is about how he's saying, this is a clip where he's talking about Steve. He talking about hold on, we got this one for y'all. Where he's talking about Steve. He's talking about a little something DL, but he's talking about Bernie. DL was kind of like, yo, he ain't talking about me, he talks about them. But it seemed like to me, man, Ed Lover kind of spoke on a place where he was coming from with him as far as Bernie go. Him hating on Bernie, man. But I want y'all to see what he think. They got the clip of Steve saying, he kind of responded a little bit lightweight to the situation. They got an audio clip of it. I'm gonna play that right quick. Let y'all hear what Steve said about it. And let me know what you think.
You guys have to set up when you engage. But go ahead and take a listen, and then I'll come back to you guys. Take a listen.
Hold up, Tommy. So you a comedian, you a radio host.
Uh-oh.
Yes. And now you got a game show? I'm finna go on Shannon Sharp show and accuse you of stealing my whole damn career. I thought you were supposed to go there and enlighten people.
Nah. Like they say, Steve said you don't gotta address the haters. But if you listen to the video, you just address the hater. You feel what I'm saying? So obviously it's been tension. There's been things going on, you know what I'm saying? There's things that he said that they've rubbed each other wrong. And comedians, man, come on, it's a bunch of brothers that talk about, so it's gonna always be some backstory, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, like the one lady said, look, I think you did address some Steve. The dude says the Katt effect. You feel me? So the Katt effect got everybody going at everybody right now. See, like DL say, he talking about them niggas, he talking about me. So DL laughed, but that's what he say. But DL know what time it is. This ain't the time that really come, because Katt got the momentum right now. You feel what I'm saying? He got the momentum right now with what he said. Because like they say, great DL, he really ain't got nothing to say. What Katt said, DL he laughing, he's sitting back, because he probably letting Steve, whatever, because DL was one of the kings of comedy. So, he probably sitting back with that one. And then so they got Ed Lover. Now, Ed Lover was saying how he spoke on how Ed Lover spoke on how Bernie was saying that Steve kind of was hating on him. Now, this has been an ongoing thing for years, though. So now but it's like you two different things, but I feel them, though. They exposing haters and rats, everything in 2024. Let's hear
after Bernie passed, and they wanted to take it back out, and he was supposed to be a new king of comedy, but he didn't want to go on the Kings of Comedy tour because of Steve Harvey's treatment of Bernie Mac. He has a lot of respect for Bernie Mac, and I love Bernie Mac. Y'all know Bernie Mac was a Who's the Man. Bernie Mac was a friend of mine until he passed on. When I tell you one dude that has never, ever, ever changed, y'all have heard me say this before, is Bernie Mac. Love Bernie Mac. And Bernie, the stuff that he said, Katt Williams said about Steve Harvey calling to try to get Bernie's role on Oceans and that kind of stuff, Bernie told me out of his own mouth.
Whoa.
And Bernie, I've known Bernie. Like I said, we did Who's the Man in like 91 to 92. The movie came out in 93.
He was graduating.
Okay. I met Bernie during the taping of Def Comedy Jam. And I went and said, we need Bernie Mac in this movie. Bernie Mac has never fronted on me. Bernie Mac has never lied to me. I believe Bernie Mac when he say Steve Harvey hated on him.
Do you know why?
Nah, he's saying that, so we got the fair use. So now we got to hear, let's hear from the man himself.
Bernie Mac has never lied to me. I believe Bernie Mac when he say Steve Harvey hated on him.
I be in with me all the time.
she's see my stuff, my new stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Especially when I do my single dates, and I'm trying to school her. You don't do your material around a lot of comedians. That's like stealing in front of the police. You know what I mean? They mean well, but they sit on the side. Ooh, that's funny. Next thing you know, you see it on HBO or something. You be sitting at home. That shit's mine, But ain't nobody gonna believe first come, first serve. So when you do new stuff, you never, I'm telling you, for you comics coming up, never bring your stuff out in front of a house full of comedians. You will never work a lot. Especially established comedians like myself, you'll never work a lot. I got too much pride. I can't take something that ain't mine. You know what I mean? I can't go up and say something, man. The kick about going up there is making people laugh about something that you wrote.
Fourth King, I got the offer,
Then what happened?
but I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth. You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? Fuck you. Why? Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was gonna be called the Kings of Comedy, it was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you gotta close if it's your tour. That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it, because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be kinged by the king. And because you finally did it, because you had no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest. Period. Every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed. It didn't matter where Bernie went. You think if Bernie went first, he wasn't the king? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your ego out of this.
Keep getting.
Now, see, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Man, that was Bernie Mac's daughter, Let me hear a little bit of what she said that I would know.
And I don't know, my take is probably going to be really, really boring.
She got the Chinese words.
Number one, I want people to keep in mind, my dad has been dead for 15 years, so I have not been fully immersed in the world of comedy. I don't know the ins and outs of that like that anymore because my end has been gone for 15 years. I've got friends in the game, but we don't sit and talk about, stuff like that. So I don't know Katt Williams. Never met him. That's one person I never did get to meet when my dad was alive. But from everything that I've ever heard my dad, say, he's always seemed like a stand-up dude. So I have no qualms, no quarrels with him. I thought the interview was hilarious, entertaining. That man dropped so many one-liners that I'm sure we are going to be wearing down to the ground in this year of our Lord 2024. But one of my biggest takeaways in watching people's responses was how people were kind of like, oh, this is kind of sad, like outside of being, tickled by it. And I've seen people say stuff like, it's like watching, your uncles go at it and you're like, oh, why can't we all just get along? Well, I mean, because everybody doesn't get along. Like, True. I think that's one of the misconceptions about comedians. And I guess it's due to the fact that what they do brings so much joy to others, that the perception, the expectation is that behind closed doors, everybody gets along, everybody it's love. And no, it's not. They've always been competitive. It's always been, as far as I've ever witnessed in watching my dad, it's always been kind of cutthroat. Like, you'll have,
So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Get down in the comments.
So what y'all think, man? Shout to my man, you know what I'm saying? What y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about that, man? It's like this. Now, like everybody say, comedy's competitive, you know what I'm saying? It seems like to me, Katt was getting a lot off his chest. They coming up through the ranks. It's a lot of bruised egos, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of haters, Bernie even alluded to it. Jokes still, and they even got Katt doing some people jokes. So if you check the timeline, man, peep the game. This is all I'm saying right here. 219 TV, the Midwest, man, we sit back and we make it make sense. Now, I'm sitting here thinking, now, I understand what Katt's saying. But now, let's not fool yourself. Who finna act like we didn't know that it was gay people in the industry? Everybody like, ooh, Katt, we need to protect Katt. He dropping bombs like every Spears say. But Katt ain't telling us nothing we don't know. We've been through the industry was full of gay people. We've been those people doing something strange for change. At your job right now, I bet somebody got a gay boss, a gay supervisor, a gay coworker. Somebody got somebody that's trying to get somebody to do a little something for a promotion. Industry ain't no different. Bigger money, bigger games. Crazier games. Like Biggie say, more money, more problems. You feel what I'm saying? So that is. So Katt been saying a lot of this for years. Peep the timeline. Now with him saying a lot of this for years, he's also, you feel what I'm saying? He's also been saying a lot of the stuff he's been saying it for years. Now he said Steve Harvey said he was homeless. He stole that story from him. Now mind you, he said Mark Curry was on tour with him 25 years ago. Steve Harvey was making $3,000 a night. Mind you, 25 years ago was 1999. Steve Harvey had been on Def Jam and had his show. So of course he was getting $3,000 a week. So he probably wasn't talking about homeless at that time. When you say 25 years ago to make it seem as though he's lying, 25 years ago was 1999, so he was making that. So the homeless story wasn't 25 years ago, it was before that. So who's to say the man wasn't homeless? My point is this. Everything people say, sometimes you got to put a little context to it. So some of the stuff Katt's saying, I get it, I feel it, it is what it is. It's an evil thing, but we're not finna act like we don't know the industry's full of freaks, freak-offs. Puff situation is a whole nother thing. Now they say, he said Puff was trying to get at him and offered him $50 million. And he turned down $50 million for Puff. And Puff wanted Katt for $50 million. Now, $50 million is his number, but maybe Katt strategically said that because he paid $50 million. But Katt is, kudos to Katt, man. Kudos to Katt, man. I see why your man Charleston White is kind of trying to make himself like that, because Katt do this every so often. Because, man, y'all, Katt done stirred up all this shit, and he about to go on tour. Katt about to go on tour. He was talking shit about Kevin Hart. Guess who finna be on his tour? Kevin Hart's wife. She gonna hit a few dates with him, because she's a comedian. She writes. The dude, Mark Curry, he was talking about, Steve Harvey stole all his stuff. He gonna be on this tour. So he wanted to bring them up to promo because they finna go on his tour. It's a personal tour. He independent. So what he doing is he doing his independent thing. Now kudos to him for that. He letting them know but he's showing you still could get it even though you don't get what the powers that be. But you gotta stand solid in your spot. Believe what you believe. You feel what I'm saying? Do what you gonna do. Believe in you. And if you know you got something that's worth doing what it do, make it do what it do. So for that, I respect Katt. But at the same time, people, let's not forget, this is entertainment. It's all about light streams and things. You feel what I'm saying? And trending is free promotion. When you at Katt level, he just promoting for the tour. Katt got everybody responding, talking, acting. He got me doing videos. He got them doing videos. He got us all want to know what's next. But understand this. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Katt ain't saying nothing that ain't been said before. It's just when every time you say something that people want to hear, you know, about it. And is it what he's saying or is it who he's saying it about? You feel what I'm saying? That with us, when we think that, shout to Bernie Mac, though. You know, the love he gave Bernie. Everybody, they used to say that Steve used to hate on Bernie. So, you know, okay, that came to light. Steve's a hater. All right. Bernie just said something about it. But they ain't, you know, I ain't surprised. That ain't jaw dropping right there. Okay, Steve Harvey a hater. If Steve Harvey was gonna get canceled, he'd have been got canceled. Steve Harvey still getting a lot of paper. He in his lane, Katt in his lane, and it's different lanes, different strokes for different folks. But let me know what y'all think, man. The Q put a little different perspective on it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Although, and I understand, what Katt's saying, a lot of what Katt's saying is true. This industry is wicked. You're going to always have to do something strange. So you're going to always be presented with a morally challenging decision to make when they come to making money. But just like Katt said, he didn't take none of those offers. So what make the next man think they have to? So now it's the Illuminati mind over matter for those that just want more or want to go, hey, that's to each his own. But the industries just go both ways. They got to let some through. You got to let some through, then you got to push some through. You want to get through, you want to get pushed through. Now, all that, you decide. Pick your poison, run your program how you run your program. But I want y'all to drop something in the comments. Let me know what you think, man. It's 2024, and we about to be bringing y'all these topics, situations, this content. And I want y'all to come over here to Midwest Connected, man. Let's just chop it up. Let me know what you think. We're going to make all this make sense. You feel what I'm saying? But put some meat on your head, because at the same time, this is a transitional. This is just see what Katt is doing. This is part of the transition of life. When you become a certain, comfortable with yourself as a man, you get around that age limit of 50, 40, over 40, 50, when you start really standing solid in your convictions. That's what Katt at. And he living his truth and he's saying his truth. But for that, you can't do nothing but respect that. But I want y'all to drop something in the comments, man, because I love how Cube handled the situation. And he lets you know there's some truth to what he's saying, but all that said, don't believe everything you hear to that degree. You know what I'm saying? And it's a method to the madness. And people ask him, why did he come? Katt, what I love, he calculated it. Oh, he calculated. So he playing chess. He done made a move, and now he done made everybody the pawns while he moving tour date to tour date to tour date to tour date, getting that bread. And so in the end, who wins? Let's never forget the bottom line, baby. At the end, be it Katt, be it this one, be it that. It's all about this. So let me know what you think, man. Drop something in the comments, man. It's Cheats for Life 219 TV. We just bring you that little Midwest perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? With a little GI mind frame. You feel what I'm saying? I want to know what y'all think about it. Did Katt get us? Because he about to go on tour and get paid off all this shit he done started. Man, it's Cheats for Life 219 TV. Be out.